it's Chloe Demir of Save the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTube, and it is new release time. So it is another episode of navigating new releases on a no-buy, but this time we're putting on makeup. So if you want to see what new releases have been ruminating around my brain, what makeup products I used, and who we were gossiping about, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. So this is definitely going to be the perfect video to try doing makeup and talk about new releases because I don't have a lot of new releases. It looks like everybody is focusing on Black Friday sales, so there's been not too much of focus on new releases. I mean, there's been some new releases that are coming out, like yesterday, today, and oh, I got hair everywhere. And tomorrow, to kind of coincide with Black Friday, though a lot of times those releases may not have a discount, though the Adept Cosmetics newest release, the Element 115, which I actually wanted to buy. I knew $65 US, but then when they translated into Canadian funds, it was $110. And it was like, okay, so they had 20% off, which was amazing. They actually gave you the code that you could use if you didn't have anybody else's. So I'm thinking, okay, so 110, yeah, like 20% off would be great. You know, be like, what it was like, 80 something dollars. But then it was like $32 shipping on top. And even though it includes duty and stuff or whatever now, I hate DHL. I was just like, you know what? No, I can't. I cannot. So I didn't. I did, however, get the Cosmic Brushes one. And that was the one where I was thinking I would, if I didn't get the Elements one, I would get that one. But then I pulled the cart on release date because I could have sworn in my head it was the same day. So I thought if I changed my mind about one, I had time for the other one. But I was wrong. So there we are. So yeah, new releases. So there's just a few new releases today, and three of them. One there's barely any information. Two has finally released some information, but it's like, how much releases are you doing in such a short amount of time? Like, I don't understand how some brands can just, I mean, look at how now ColourPop has quieted down. That was one where everybody was complaining, you need to stop with 12,000 releases of ColourPop. And it looked like they listened because, well, at least unless people aren't posting it as much, I'm not seeing it as much. So that's great. But it looks like some indie brands have totally caught that ailment and are now consistently releasing things. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today, and I have to admit, it's absolutely adorable. I don't think it's something that I'm going to need. I don't think, but it is absolutely cute. But this is a brand that, well, especially pre-Halloween, during Halloween, and releases after Halloween, and I got a video coming on Monday with one of the products. They had a 3 very quickly, and I know a lot of people were like, oh, I don't have that much money, but I love your collections. I don't know. And then the kind of like whatever thing was in the collection was so late in coming, so you didn't have a lot of time to kind of compare to see if you wanted one or another, and that's Glamlite. Yeah, so they had the Ghostface, the Friday the 13th, and then the Freddy Krueger release. Because I was so confused and I didn't know which one I was going to like better, I didn't get the Ghostface. Then I thought I'd order the Friday the 13th, got the Ghostface instead because fast fingers, which I love, I'm happy. And then I ended up falling for a few of the Freddy things, and that's the video I'm going to do. But now they have this collection, and we'll just show you the little cover part here. And this is the Garfield X Glamlite. So when I was a kid, and that's a long time ago in school, Garfield was super popular. He was super popular as a comic strip, super popular as a cartoon that was starting. So it was, yeah, so it was quite popular. So, but it's nice to see that over time, it still has kept its popularity. So yeah, so there is a Garfield X Glamlite release. And I'm going to need some glasses for this here. So what it says here is the world's favorite foodie has arrived just in time for the holidays at Garfield X Glamlight, launching next week. We've cooked up some ultra delicious treats. So and now if we look at, let's see. Okay, so first they talked about treats. So I took a few photos I thought that was cute. So there is this one here that is showing sweet treats. So it looks like you've got yourself like a mochaccino or something to that effect, or a hot chocolate with whipped cream. It's showing yummy, tasty donuts. And we all know Garfield has a tummy for food. And then one of the next photos in there is the thing that Garfield loves the most out of all things. And now I have a craving for some, and that's lasagna. So who doesn't like pasta with a sauce and lots of cheese, or in my case, plant-based cheese, but still, who doesn't like cheesy goodness? So yeah, so there was that. And then they had all these little photos of like Garfield himself, like it looks like a little paw coming out and touching things. And here is a photo here just showing kind of what it looks like, the kind of a hint to the collection. So it's like showing the comic strip. So that looks really, really cute. And I think that's going to be fun for Christmas. I think that's something that if you are a makeup lover and you have kids who love Garfield, I have a feeling there'd be something in the collection that you could probably get if you had like a young teen or whatever, like a lip gloss or something. That would be really, really fun. So I think that's all the real information I've had here. So I'm going to assume it will be, did it say anything? No. So that was all the information. I'm going to assume, as usual, there's going to be things like an eyeshadow palette, maybe a couple small ones, maybe a big one, kind of thinking of the lines of Scooby-Doo. There's probably going to be a cool makeup bag of some sort. Will it be lasagna shaped? I don't know. Blushes, a fun lip gloss, maybe even like a lip scrub or something. I wouldn't be surprised. I think they would probably go all out on this, and they could do so many cute things with it. So that one's I'm kind of excited to see what's going to be in it and what kind of colors. I mean, when you're looking at this photo here, it's like bright pink and yellow and purple and green. So, and of course you're going to have something that's orange like Garfield. So will it be like an orange blush or a lippy? Like there's got to be something. So I'm kind of curious to see what that's going to be all about. So I'm just going to quickly go into my St. Angel Cinners Be the Gift palette. I was very excited to play with this one. As I don't have too many releases, we're just going to do a fun little look, and I think I need to play with the greens. I know. Are we surprised? But as we're talking makeup, I thought, why not? Let's just do something that I like to do, and that's going to be greens. So I'm going to go into the shade Christmas Carols. So yeah, and then I'm curious to see what the pricing will be for the collection. Like the Scooby-Doo one I thought was a really good price. And it was really nice. It was just on a super duper sale with Glamlight. They did a sale. I don't know if it was the pre-Black Friday sale or whatever. And my friend Martha went and picked up some stuff. I snuck in. I just wanted the Friday the 13th makeup bag, so it was on for I think $11, so I snuck that in. And then I always wanted that martini palette, and it was I think $13, so I was like, okay, if you're ordering anyways, throw that in for me. But now they ended up having, was it yesterday? Then they had another sale, or maybe put more on sale, I don't know, but they ended up putting the Scooby-Doo collection on at the best price they've had it at yet. So I am a little bit jealous of that, because I played with it, and it is a really good collection. And that definitely would have been something that I would have loved, the whole collection in the package with the fun bag and everything, but it's okay. We don't need any more makeup. We're fastly coming to the conclusion that we have way too much. We have so much awesome stuff, and yeah, not buying the Adept really kind of helped me kind of solidify that, you really don't need everything. But then these Black Friday deals have not been helping because everybody has got a deal. But I did back out of the Be Perfect deal as well. They had some stuff, but the shipping was, no, it was like half the price of the stuff that I was ordering. So I was like, no, we're good. So that's the Garfield collection. Let me know if that is something that you've been in, if that's something that would be interested for you. Did you watch the Garfield cartoon as a kid? Yeah, I mean, again, I did, like I said, I had a college professor, just kind of a little funny story, that every single exam we had, there would be one question about Garfield for extra bonus points. So if you knew anything about Garfield, you could garner yourself a couple extra points in your exam. So yeah, so that was kind of funny. So now this one. Now this is somebody that I've been watching for, I want to say, at least 3 years on YouTube. She started this, or was one of the person that made it popular, let's say. There's a few other people that I watch that have the same kind of niche, but she was the one that really catapulted this idea together, and it is murder, mystery, and makeup, and that would be the gorgeous Bailey Sarian. So she does her murder, mystery, and makeup, where she discusses a most of the time pretty well-known serial killers and things like that, but every once in a while she does some stories that you may never have heard of before. So it's very cool. There's also Danielle Christie, who I also really like, who does a really good job with her story, but she focuses a lot more on the UK with some other stories. So yeah, where Bailey, I think, started doing a lot more US ones, if I remember correctly, or those maybe ended up being the ones that I watched the most. And then she now has another show called Dark History. I don't like that one as much. I like the whole aesthetic of it, but it's kind of like almost like mini documentaries about certain things that have gone viral over time, or popular things and stories that you may have not known. So every once in a while I do watch an episode of that. But the murder, mystery, and makeup is my favorite. And then she used to do once a week, she'd just do makeup looks, and I loved watching those as well. But she really kicked off doing murder and makeup, and I still miss her theme song. Every once in a while she kind of throws it in, but I like her little theme song. I think she should just record it and just play it in the background, and there we go. But anywho, she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't have to do it. But anyways, as we're discussing Bailey Sarian, so I'm going to start with this picture first. So this was the one that showed up yesterday. It's just Melt Bailey Sarian. They had the cutest little video of her being like she did with the nail polish release that she did, or collab that she did for Loud, you know, where she's all beautifully dressed and there's like a little storyline going on regarding what she is promoting, or what the theme is of the item that she's promoting. So anyways, here's one of the first little clips. I just cut a few photos from the video, and then I managed to get a few good ones from Trend Mood. But yeah, so this one here is she's in this beautiful red dress. And then the next one here, which I thought was really, really cute, is her as if she was arrested. And it's Melt Cosmetics, Bailey Sarian, Fatally Yours, November 26, 2023. So I don't know if you're fans of Bailey Sarian or of Melt Cosmetics. I have to admit, I really loved the latest Christmas release, and that's another one where they went a little bit crazy. They did the Halloween Town release, and then everybody was thinking that was it, and then they ended up doing a part 2, which ended up being the Christmas release, so kind of covering Halloween / Christmas, right? But then a lot of people were mad. I didn't buy the Halloween Town one at first because I thought, you know, it looks okay, but the Christmas collection looked amazing, so I had picked that up. But now this is like 3 collections really closely together. Oh my God, I love this color. It's called Snow Globes. So yeah, so they really release things really, really quickly here. And I ended up returning the Halloween Town palette. I highly recommend not getting that one. The Christmas one was great. I liked everything. But in the Halloween Town, there was a purple shade that kept disappearing, a purpley shimmery shade that just kept disappearing. I would put it on, it would disappear 2 minutes later. Put some more on, disappear 2 minutes later. It was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. I have never seen a shimmer like disappear like over and over and over again. You know, you get some that you can wear them all day, and then by the, you know, maybe 4 or 5 hours later, they may separate a little bit and you have to pat them out, or they just might, you know, if you've got sweaty eyelids, they may crease a little bit over time, but usually not the first like 5 minutes you're wearing something. It was absolutely insane. So anyways, it had to go back. But generally, I'm a Melt fan, and I have not had, at least from the products I've bought, any problems. I mean, some things like the Millennial Pinks, I thought that looked cute, and then I heard everybody complaining about it, so I just stayed clear. So usually I will listen to a lot of reviews, but the ones for Halloween Town seemed really pretty good, so I wasn't that concerned, and ended up not being great. So I was kind of feeling, until I saw this release, I was like, am I melted out a little bit? You know, maybe so. And then I saw this release and I thought, or at least the advertising for this release, and I thought, well, this looks pretty cool. This definitely looks like some, you know, something that I'd at least have to take a look at. And like I said, there, the aesthetics here are really great, as you can see with this photo of her in her being arrested kind of look. And then this popped up from Melt this morning, and it's basically kind of showing this whole collection here. And then it is as I thought it would be, and it's kind of like the way the Christmas one was. It looks like you've got some lip products, an eyeshadow palette, you got a cool bag, you've got some eyeliners there. So it's looking like it's a fun, full collection. So if Halloween isn't your vibe, or crazy colors aren't your vibe, this could be the release for you. And let's take a look at some of the information here. So again, this photo is kind of showing everything that's in there. And then I finally got a little information today. And it says here, introducing the Fatally Yours collection. Your grunge dreams come to life, curated and created by the amazing @Bailey Sarian. The collection includes the Fatally Yours eyeshadow palette, 4 gorgeous lipsticks in Hemlock, Wolfsbane, Gallerina, and Nutmeg, 2 ultra matte gel liners. You've got the Nightshade and Onyx. And then it says 2 glitter eye gels, Wisteria and Boom Slang. And then there's the Fatally Yours heart bag. So it's a black heart bag. And then the Deadly Kiss mini liquid lipstick set. And I didn't see any prices on the Trend Mood, but they did weirdly have prices for the mini lipstick set at $25. Here's another little clip it there with the Totally Yours and Bailey's face. And then now we can do a close up at some of the products here. So here is the palette, and you can take a look. It definitely has some nice grungy vibes going there. It's the typical palette shape that Melt has been going for the last little while, with the longer pans that are kind of a la Urban Decay as well. So, and yeah, so it looks like a cross between kind of some neutrals and little bits of pops of color, some grunge. So here we'll look at the one set of swatches that I have here, and that's where you can see you can get the little bit of grunge with the teeny bit of color from the orangey shade and that kind of light teal shade. So that looks they look super nice. It's definitely a good fall look palette, wintry palette. I wouldn't say so much it would be something for a Christmas palette, but it's a nice looking palette we've got there. And those shades look super nice. I'm a sucker for a grungy yellow, a grungy greens, the burnt oranges, all that sort of stuff that is showing in this palette here. So this is totally in my wheelhouse for sure. But this may be one that I could do a palette build for, because I have the feeling I probably have all the shades that are in this palette. But again, being a Melt fan, and it looks like too, looking close up, they all look like they're matte shades. So they all look like mattes, and maybe, no, they all look matte. Like none of these look like they're shimmer. So if this is an all matte palette, that could be very cool, because that's where Melt shines in their formula is with their mattes. Their shimmers are definitely more everyday use. Normal person doesn't want any super shiny or duochromy things. They are very normal shimmers. So if that's not what you're into, if you're more into more specialty shades, then I would highly recommend going into something more like St. Angel Sinners, Sugar Drizzle Polish, Beauty Moon's new Christmas palette is beautiful. Cosmic Brushes has an amazing, all their formulas are amazing. I don't think there's a single formula from Cosmic Brushes that I've got that I've not liked. So that would be another brand I would look for more if you're into shimmers. If you like the old school satins or something with a little bit of shine, then the Melt ones are for you. Except for, like I said, that Halloween palette. And I've heard a few other ones, but all the palettes that I've bought, like I have the Blueprint palette, I love it. I have the Smoke Sessions, whatever, that palette I really liked. The Christmas one I like. I loved the ones that they did for Beetlejuice. I have those two limited edition palettes. I actually like, even though I don't think a lot of people did, I liked the Mariposas one. So all the palettes that I have, I've not had a problem with, and I really like them. But like before buying anything, most of the ones I did really deep dive looked into before I bought them, excluding the Halloween palette. So that was almost instant regret, let me tell you. But luckily, Sephora has a decent return policy, and I don't abuse it. This is the second thing I've only ever returned at Sephora. The only other thing I had done was the Lock-It Powder Foundation by KBD. I disliked it. It did nothing, nada, zip. So other than that, so if you don't abuse your Sephora return policy, they're very good at taking things back, basically no questions asked. But continuing on here with our look at Melt, and then here is the packaging for the lipsticks. Again, it looks like there are 4 shades. There is what looks like a really deep red shade, so that looks really nice. If I was doing a one-off, I think that's what I'd probably go with. I mean, reds are my favorite lip color. Oh, I like oranges too. But like lips, I normally like a really vibrant or a dark red. Actually, there's almost most reds I like, but the really, really dark ones are my favorite. And the one on the top there, it looks super dark. Looks like to be a couple neutrals and kind of like a warmer pinky red, and then that nice dramatic red, which Bailey looks great in when she wears them. So there is that as well. Yeah, and then is there anything else? No, so from the photos, basically we got to take a look at the palette, a close-up of the palette, the swatches and the lipstick, but I didn't see any kind of close-up of anything else. But again, glitter gels. For the most part, the internal lipstick packaging I think is generally pretty much the same with Melt. So I don't know. I mean, the Mariposa ones looked a little bit different, but I think other than that, I think they're relatively the same. But they might have also want to leave some more to sneak peek as the days are going by. And I don't know what the pricing is, but as a whole, Melt is a little on the pricey side. This one was, in case you're interested, because I'm loving it so much, is Plush Bunny by Trixie Cosmetics. This color is gorgeous. I love this so much. What am I going to do? Let's do some peelies here. So yeah, so that's the Melt collection. And again, that is coming out on the, was it the 26th? Yes, the 26th. Today is the 23rd. So I'm going to assume, is that Monday? No, Sunday. That's an interesting day to have a release. Maybe it's because most of the Black Friday will be over. They were having a really good sale too. A few people I know bit into that and picked up a whack of stuff, and the pricing is good. And they were also doing free shipping. So this is ending up being more of a talk about Black Friday than it is about new releases. Dose of Colors has an amazing sale. Colored Rain has a good sale. Juvia's Place always has a really good sale. So they've got stuff going on right now. Rude Cosmetics has an amazing sale, and they have a new cleansing balm. Enter to win me some of that. And yeah, so there we go. So if you are shopping, there are some good brands to check out. So lastly, I just have one more release, and it really isn't a lot of information. It's just basically, this has been something new that they've been doing as well, where if they have something new coming, they will kind of give a little sneak peek, and then they'll ask you to guess the name of the palette or collection, or what you think the color story is, to try and win one. And they were even saying with this one that it's pretty tough, pretty vague. So they said they probably give to the person who was in the ballpark of the color story would probably win a palette. This is another brand that's been, I guess, maybe all three of them have been releasing a little bit more than what feels like average for indie brands. But then my thing is, I think most brands should just do seasonally. I think it should be just like spring, summer, fall, winter, done, right? The quickest look today. And the brand that I'm talking about is Blend Bunny. There are a brand, and they've also been, so I'm hoping they're going to go back to it, because they've been kind of seeming to break away from it a little bit. I always really, really liked how they did their, the rows in their palette, that they were cohesive by color, kind of like color stories, that you can go this way down, and it would be different color stories, different formulas, and yeah. So I always really like their setup, but the last while I think they've been deviating a little bit. But then again, I guess you can't always stay the same, even though I like things to stay quite consistent, but there we are. And so what we've got here is just this, like I said, it's just one photo that they did here. And well, I've got two here. So first off, let's go with this one. So it looks like they're playing a little bit with their logo, and they're changing things up a little bit, I think, which is very cool. Because originally when you looked at, I think it was like at least the first two palettes, maybe even the first three, the packaging was pretty minimal, like, you know, like black, like not with a lot on it, not a lot to say, a pretty minimal packaging, which is fine. I mean, yes, it's nice, like talking about Melt and stuff, about all the beautiful packaging that there is out there, but you want to pay for good products, not packaging. So if it's just a black color, that's a black cover that says Blend Bunny in the name of the palette or whatever, I think that is totally fine. But it looks like they've been trying to change stuff up a little bit. And I think on the edge there, I think this is also showing a little bit of the cover for the new palette. And then here is the image that they showed. It's like image of 4 for you to kind of guess what you think the theme is. Going to grab me some lipstick here. I just have this little lipstick container here which has some of my favorites, and right now Propa Beauty is one of my top favorites, so I thought I'm going to pull a color from there. We were talking about red, so I think we are going to go with that. Oh, there we go. We've got ourselves a red liner here, so I can do that first. So anyways, this is looking a very deep, dark, but yet jewel tony. So I think what did I put down? Now I already forgot. Oh, shades of orchids and berries is what I put down, is what I thought would be kind of the theme for it. Because when you look at it, it's got the writing on there is a very dark fuchsia-y color, which reminds me of orchids. And it's got flowers in I think it looks like it's got flowers flowers in the photos. So that is my take on it. Will I be right? No, I'm never close. I'm never even close to guessing as to what these palettes and things are. I am the worst. How many are in this jar? I don't know. I'll be off like 1,000. What color is this? Well, I think it's green, and it'll be, no, it's turquoise. It's like, I don't know. I'm just not very good at that sort of stuff, but it's always fun to try. You don't try, you don't win. That's simple as that. So yeah, so they're having a contest, and I'm thinking this is going to be coming relatively soon. It looks like something they're going to be releasing for the Christmas season. I mean, these colors look like they would definitely be colors that I would think would be winter, Christmas, so they have like burgundy and green, and it looks like dark, like a, I don't know if those are blueberries. They look like dark, so that's why I was saying shades of orchids and berries. I was gonna say fruit, but that was not the word I used. Orchids and berries. This is in the shade, what shade is this? Dream It. So there we go. So if I dream a win, I'll get a win. So there we go. So that is it for today. That is our releases. Just a quick makeup look. I guess I can take my bangs down. I need a hair color, I need a bang trim. So that was the last thing I had. It was a very easy week. It was very little, so I thought I could test talking about things and putting on makeup. So do let me know if this is something that you liked, me rambling while I was putting stuff on my face and showing some new releases. If that was good, please let me know down below. Maybe I'll even put a poll once this is up tomorrow, and then you can let me know if that's what you want to continue, or you just want to hear me talk new releases, show new releases, quick, cheerful, done. So there we go. So that's our video. So if you'd like to give us a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends and we can still talk all makeup together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.